Good evening. Welcome to the SRU Truck Series, brought to you by the Martinsville 53. As they take on qualifying here, under the lights. Everything looks better under the lights, in my opinion. For the SRU Truck Series, race number... Oof, I forgot what race it is. I want to say 11 or 12. My apologies. Little short track action here tonight. We'll go over a little race information real quick as they continue to qualify. You see Zach Deuscher out there, but current track temp is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. They are in Martinsville, Virginia. The weather is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is 57%. It is partly cloudy with the 4-mile-per-hour wind. The wind will not play a factor here, that's for sure. As you see, it is 100 laps. 53 miles. They get unlimited sets of tires. Fuel is 75%. They do get one quick fix and one attempt at a green, white checkered. You see there, William George in that 96. I could say probably a top 10 for Jaden. That is for sure. And that awesome look in number 4. P8 right now for Sanchez. You want to be easy with the curbs here. It will bite you. As Jaden jumps up to P6. As we give you some wonderful views of Martinsville. As they got about 15 seconds left. Alright, go over the starting grid. So, P1 would be Mark Whitley, P2 would be Kyle Heath, P3 would be John Held, P4 would be Michael Yarrow, P5 would be Isaiah Sutherland, P6 would be Jaden Sanchez, P7 would be Zach Deuscher, P8 would be Terry Duguay, P9 would be William George, P10 would be Philip Bridgman, P11 would be Mike Reinl, P12 would be Larry Blair, P13 would be Paul Coheen, P14 would be Mike Palmer, P15 would be Robert Cheswick, P16 would be Aaron Bradford. So they do have the restart zone enabled, so they will go in the box. Initial start is on green. After that, it is down to the leaders. Discretion on when to go. So.
Good evening.
Good evening. So Whitley's going to lead the field around 16 fellow colleagues here in the SRU trucks.
You still got me, Brian?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yep.
Yes, they don't even have to make a pit stop for fuel. They might want to for tires, depending on where they are for track position later on in this race. If they get a abundance of cautions, if it turns into a parking lot demolition derby, what have you. Just have to see how it all unfolds here. Just over 50 laps, not quite 55. Miles, not quite 55 miles.
I was gonna say.
Yes. It's gonna be okay. I'll stumble it. Anyway, Chevrolet iRacing Silverado GMC Sierra, whatever you want to call it, truck is going to be in this time. So Kyle Heath outside front row man, and Whitley there, your pole sitter here tonight. How many qualified, Brian?
12?
Well, 12 out of the 10 out of the 15, so 5. Even Steven start going into turn 1 for the first row. Then Kyle Heath lays over at the moment, settling in right behind Whitley. Single file conveyor belt till about, I would say, what is that, 6th or 7th on back.
Kyle Heath with a slip up there.
Oh, indeed. Side by side for second place, 2 rows back. And Kyle Busch got the second fastest lap time right now in practice. Oh, well, it's not like it's going to matter. Come on.
That's what I forgot practice is on.
Yep, trying to multitask. As pulling up that other second. Yes, Kyle Heath losing a couple of positions there, moving down to 4th. John Held up into 2nd place there. He's normally pretty decent whenever it comes to momentum-based tracks such as Martinsville here.
And right behind him is
Isaiah Sutherland in that one machine, trying to get up to the race leader. Look at him go, moving into the inside. Made a look, but wasn't there. Is that like a yogurt or what is?
That
Is that
is
like
a ghost ghost thing. I don't know if it's a drink.
Okay.
That's for sure. I don't know. But Isaiah is right there with him, Will.
Well, only not even 8 laps into this race yet. We got a 2-second lead just about over second place man, John Held. And then you got 10 seconds all the way back to Palmer in the 31 machine in 15th position. So 10 seconds at the moment is the race pace from first to 15th. I would say that is saying all right, pretty good race pace from the pole sitter. Checking in here, looks like Sanchez in the 4 under attack. Oh, big moment by George, indeed. But he was able to recover, only lost a couple of spots, fortunately. And oh, he's still drifting on the entry there. Really unhappy with the entry his truck is. You could see maybe maybe braking a little bit later, perhaps, or maybe just has a bit too much rear brake in it to start. Don't know if he can adjust on that, Brian, to help him throughout the race. Maybe
that
he's stuck with that. Okay, well that's good.
In their black box, they have a brake vise thing in there. You can go up and down on it, and we had the first caution of the night. Something happened here. We'll do a quick little ride on board.
46. Who
Aaron
is
Bradford.
Bradford here. Oh, just a bit twitchy coming out of turn 4. That concrete onto asphalt transition, and trying to get the wheel pointed straight as you're letting the throttle, back in. Letting that engine eat down these short but long straightaways for it being a short track that it is. Oh, and then we had Sanchez spin out under caution, and we got some trucks, we got some drivers here losing. Oh my Atlanta. We got the 99 of, he had, I would say he had position on Sanchez. He had a nose, and in the rule of full body racing, at least, if you got a nose, you got to leave a space.
That kind of looked like netcode.
Well, still, just off the first assumption, off the. Yeah, it was netcode, but still, Sanchez came down enough to cause that netcoding. Maybe he saw the late lunge, and, well, I wouldn't really say it was a late lunge. He was looking almost, I would say, the entire straightaway, but that's just a short track racing deal right there. Hard to judge the gap from someone behind you trying to attack you. Diving into the corner, and where they are compared to where you're trying to put your car / truck in this instance. So it's always tricky. First caution of the night. So what's the over under? 100 laps here. We noted not even 55 miles around this track. So what do you think the over under here is?
I'm going to say 5.
Oof. All right, I'll go with 6 then. Put me in a box. Put me in a box there, because I was going to say 5. Anytime you go to Martinsville, if it's a reasonable length of distance, I guess you could say, or laps, I could see 5 laps out of one, 5 cautions out of 100 laps. I'm trying to speak all of my words that I'm wanting to say backwards, I guess you could say. I'm trying to make the audience question if I can, speak properly. But that's almost on a daily here. Let's see what type of restart this will be. Can Sutherland match? And oh my Lanta, look at that. He is up and away. He is off to the races. That is more than a hole shot, but hole shot restart for sure for the 77, Brian. Jumping out to a tremendous 5 truck length advantage. Just able to get up through the gears on that restart. Perfect restart. But Kyle Heath, I believe, restarted 3rd there, and he was able to dive into 2nd or glide his way. You got Zach Deuscher. He's just comfortably riding in the top 4 there in that 4th position comfortably. Haven't seen him much.
I clicked the wrong thing. Everybody's getting their cars reloaded. Yep.
Nice. Look what you done did. It's as if, we almost have the power to control more than just paint schemes at times,
Yes.
Anyway, but we do not. Oh, the Super Flow 46 is in the pits, in pit lane. Some type of problems arose for him.
That
is the curbing.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was trying to get it out.
That candy cane striped curbing. And the 46 is away, but he's going to be at least 4 laps down when it's all said and done. And Zach's going to have to find a better angle of attack these corner entries, because you don't want to be hitting that curb every time. You'll lose a lot of ground to the people in front of you and build up enough people behind that those people behind eventually will
Second caution is out. Oh.
Yes.
Kyle Heath.
Brian, I believe we lost, at least on the stream. I have it on the Discord, but not on the broadcast.
There you go.
Nice. That is excellent. So, man, gonna have to get a good look here. Love the Yep, I don't know if I can English right. Very colorful rims, blue.
That is just hard on the brakes, losing the rear end. Great job on keeping her off the wall there.
Indeed. So not a lot of damage, except for a little bit of scrapey damage done to the right side. But other than that, just flat spotted those tires probably. Big handful of just working the wheel back and forth there. He was sawing at it, and it just whipped right around on him trying to catch it. Luckily, like you said, didn't touch a thing. You can see here with the handy dandy map at the, and it disappeared, and now it's back again. But you can truly see why Martinsville is called the paperclip. So, I believe we had some drivers stay out here all the way down to, let's just say the top 5, I do believe, stayed out. And then down below them, they pitted. So, 6 on back. And, George is out of the race. So, George just, he's like, all right, showed up, got some points, and bye-bye after that big bobble. I guess that was enough for him to I don't know if he got into something else or what happened to George, but man, even that big bobble for me, I would have just been like, all right, I tried. At least I tried. I would have been like, need another pair of shorts. Martinsville always been a handful. It's very tight radius, blinding apex corners. What were you going to say, Brian? My apologies.
Philip Richmond up there in P3, good gain from him, but I think quite a few people behind him all took freshies. So
indeed, so he's just letting the track position game come to him. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to pit. You get plenty of gas in these tanks, 75% fuel in the SRU Truck Series, and that means with that percentage, these truckers don't have to worry about fitting in 100 laps here. Thank goodness it's these caution laps sure have helped, but if it was anything more than 100, they would be sweating. 77 tried to get another good restart there again, and he did. Playing, I guess you could say, playing some games there in the restart box, but still catching everybody sleeping as Philip having a tussle there with John Held, but John trying to get him around on the outside as everybody with the fresh tires trying to attack on this restart, get everything they can get whatsoever, as Philip is just kind of in a way being devoured by these ever so younger tires here. Philip has, I don't think he's pitted at all, has he? I don't think, no. So, yeah, he literally has whatever he qualified and plus, 31 laps on this set of tires, so but I would say he's holding pretty good. We started in the third position. He's only dropped 2 positions. Whitley up in the lead yet again. Or no, he was in the lead to begin with. He did not pit yet. So my apologies. But yes, just trying to extend it ever so slightly again. Trying to have a nice buffer over what is now Isaiah Sutherland in the one machine, taking over second place from John Hill, as Kyle Heath now trying to find a way by as well. See Kyle Heath use one of the quick repairs. He don't have that damage no more on that right side. Mike Rhino, Terry Duguay, and Zach Deutscher back here having a tussle for 7th, 8th, and 9th.
you see Philip making all these guys on freshies work them tires.
Yes, indeed. If you're going to pass me, you're going to work for it. Philip way up out of the groove, up in the marbles. Really, oh man, should have took some fresh tires, Phil. Could be too many heat cycles on that one set of tires. So Isaiah Sutherland has caught up to the 77. Remember, he has fresh tires. So Whitley there in the 77 under attack from Sutherland. Looking but not able to get there, wasn't there. But he is within reason to keep looking, filling up the mirror of the 77. Nice paper clip description that Martinsville is. And, 20-second lap times go by in a jiffy. You could just really click them by. Set a nice, what can seem like blistering pace because a third caution of this evening. Are not. I'm so confused.
Yeah, it is. They had to catch up to that.
Possibly with the 21 truck, I do believe, of Zach Deutscher, perhaps. I just saw him falling down the totem pole. I thought maybe it could be him that had the Oh, man. You can see he was really wicked loose coming out of 4. And then just had a lot of not sure what you would want to call that, Brian. Just a lot of bad looseness getting into the corner.
Yes.
Maybe
that is maybe hard on the brakes and maybe locking the back.
He could have missed his braking point. Yes, his braking zone, and could have got way down harder on the binders than anticipated. Seeing Martinsville to be quite some troublesome getting into the corners here this evening. We've had a little bit of twitchiness getting out of the corners, but seems to be a bit going in this evening. Could be with track temp or maybe just tires not getting up to snuff, I guess you could say. Did Isaiah pit?
No.
I know not too many laps on that set of tires, so I don't mind the strategy of staying out, but you never know. Freshest of the freshest might still get you in the end. But he got the track position now. Let's see what he can do with it. Third caution this evening. I would say the caution laps have been going by fairly at a decent pace as well when the caution seems to wave.
Yes, I can agree with you, Mr. Will. They will pace one more time.
It looks that way, don't it?
Yes.
So, field is caught back up. Bradford gets the lucky dog here, I do believe. So, gonna get the restart at lap 46. So, take one more lap. It'll be 45 completed when we do get the green again.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Well, just letting anybody know who may have us on in the background, and could be, washing dishes or, dusting off a shelf or something. Never know. Interesting battle, though, up at the front, I would have to say, between Whitley and Sutherland. The 1 and 77 machines, both red and black, but at opposite ends, I guess you could say. Well, Whitley was prepared, I would have to say, for that restart by Isaiah. He's trying to stick around on that outside, still at the quarter, going down into turn 3.
Well, Whitley is one of their Cup guys who is very, very fierceful competitor over there in the SRU Truck Series.
Yes, indeed.
You see Isaiah hitting the curb a little bit, trying to throw Whitley off his plan there.
Trying to just hip check him ever so slightly to just get him off his quarter panel.
Yes. Now being under attack, was going to be under attack by Kyle Heath there.
Yes, Kyle looking by a way to get by Whitley here. through the inside, trying to do the same nip and tuck maneuver that the one just did of Sutherland to Whitley, as John Held just watches this battle for second unfold. John wants to try to get, oh man, Whitley trying to cross over, but hard on the binders. That's going to throw Heath braking a little bit late, but he was able to compensate somehow. Single file all the way back, but it's very, very tight between, contact was made between Whitley and Heath. Also, John Held got involved, I do believe. He might have some nose damage. This really bunched up the field there as 77 gets a look on the inside of the 13. Kyle's going to run him tight into the corner. Going to push up. Sanchez now, the fourth place man, watches on intently as he doesn't want to get involved here. 77 going to ride the curb just a little bit. Going to get the truck to turn through the corner, but Kyle Heath stays on the outside. Very committed, trying to diamond the corner just ever so slightly. But still give a lane to the 77. Now he's going to try a crossover here. Kyle Heath looking to do the crossover, as the 4 of Sanchez is now under attack from John Held. John Held rode the curb, hopped the curb, and man, he had a nose underneath the 4 yet again of Sanchez. There was a nose underneath of Sanchez again tonight, and he still tried to defend the position, but failed again this time, bringing out the 4th caution. And John Held going all the way down to the curb, saying, "Look here, Sonny boy, I'm here. What more do you want me to say?" And this is the net result of this, of trying to defend a maneuver that your competitor already has a nose, a good bumper at least, I would say, to your inside, at least once you get to the corner to try to attempt to make it, and you want to try to defend it by chopping your competitor's nose off. Never going to end well. It's normally going to end in what we just saw. Normally, I would say there's a 75%, 70% chance that if you defend it like that, that will be what happens to you. Bam. You just can't really do stuff like that and expect not to get pit maneuvered. So, closing in on that over-under, 4th caution, and Whitley and Duguay and Sutherland stay out, I do believe, with Heath Held. Do what?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. 10-4. Everybody else, I do believe, coming into pit for fresh rubber. So Whitley and Duguay, I do believe, stayed out, and 3rd place on back came in and pitted.
Yep, 3rd place on back, all pit.
Maybe, perhaps, on this restart, we could do it. Crank it up, perhaps.
Yes, I thought about doing it.
Oh, nice. Might get it in, because you never know. We might get 6 cautions, and we may not. Maybe bring a bottle of water. You haven't opened it yet. Mark Whitley really showing a strong run here this evening in the SRU Truck Series. Really great on the restarts, anticipating when he's not in the lead, able to go when he wants to go, when he is in the lead. So let's see what happens here. That iRacing pace truck has peeled off yet again. Terry Duguay on the front row on that outside. Sutherland right behind the 77. Sutherland contact made on this restart. Duguay spun the tires and then it's turned into a parking lot. A scrapyard just about, perhaps. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Mr. Sanchez. I wasn't trying to make it out like you were like the bad guy or like trying to defend improperly, but like just like you can't always try to be more aware. Like don't oh my goodness. Did Kyle get into the back of the 54 or did the 54 just spin it? Just spin those tires on the restart.
We'll have to get a better view there.
Wasn't too sure. I think he just spun them. But yes, Jaden, I wasn't like giving you all the blame for the incidents. But
nope, Kyle didn't touch him. That is just a wheel spin and...
Yes. Yes, indeed. Trying to get down to the throttle. Man. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't trying to like throw you completely underneath a double-decker bus. Maybe just a Greyhound, but not a double-decker, you know. I kid. It's the only way to get along, you know. But hopefully, you know, it'll be better in the future, Jaden. And Terry hopefully can. I mean, anybody makes mistakes like that. Anybody. I'm surprised Whitley hasn't spun his tires on this. You know, this evening. Hey, we're at the 5th caution, so Brian's cautions. Let's see if we get 6. After that parking lot brawl that we just saw on that restart, anything can happen at a place like Martinsville. You can literally get the big one and don't even really think you can do it, but you can. It is possible.
Yes, anything is possible. So, pace lights are off this time, Will. They will come back green this time. A lot of damaged cars took a big hurt on those top guys. The only one to escape from that freely, what I would say, is Whitley's, so...
Yeah, probably right about that. But I don't think we've been able to see the true pace of the 99 this evening. So, now, oh wow, just launched out of a cannon, he did. I just don't think anybody's anticipating it. They're just waiting for him to go, then they go. That's kind of what it looks like at this point.
Yeah.
So. Now perhaps we can do the crank it up portion.
John Held might have gotten a black flag on that start there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, because he's... Yes. Wow. That's something.
But yes, we can go to our park.
Oh, and we got trouble again. Sixth caution of the evening. Waves here as just gonna have to see the replay. Looks like Kyle Heath trying to make his way up through the field, and not sure. Oh, never mind. 31. Oh man. Palmer just started losing her coming through the corner. Just very unfortunate. We've seen a lot of that this evening. Just losing it, getting into the corner. So, sixth caution. We'll probably get the restart with 25, 24 laps to go, somewhere abouts. And everybody coming in pit road here except for Terry Duguay in the 54. 77 beats out the 99. So, interesting restart here. Looks like Sutherland will get the wave around.
I would believe so. You see Mike Rhino coming into the pits.
So, Whitley will be on the outside on this restart. Hey.
Yeah, be Duguay, Whitley, Yarrow, Heath, Larry Blair, Philip Bridgman be your top six. Excuse me, my apologies.
Cheswick back there in 7th position with Palmer. And Rhino rounds out the cars on the lead lap at this moment. Trucks. So Sutherland, once he gets the wave around, he will be the 10th and final one. There he goes. And like I said, going to get the restart with 24 laps to go. You think we'll go green to the end, Brian?
No.
All right. Straightforward, quick answer.
It's a short track. We know that. But as soon as they come green, if they keep it green, we'll go back and do our pan away.
Oh, I mean, it's all good. Little short time here. So Terry Duguay was able to fire pretty good there on the restart. Clears the 77 into turn 1. Now the 77 looks underneath, crossing him over. Whitley trying to get back to the lead here. He has fresh tires and he makes it stick and work. Gets by Terry. Now Kyle Heath putting Terry under pressure. Terry gives a whole lane. Look at all that room that Terry gives. Now Yarrow in the 99 looking to do the same, but not able as Terry runs wide. Now who is that? Oh, that is Philip Bridgman slowly, just being paid. Oh, y'all got crossed up on the exit, or at least at the apex. Had a bobble, had a moment. Terry got him, and just all sorts of checking up. A log jam ensued. Kyle Heath is trying. Oh man, slideways into turn one. Contact was made, and sideways is around the 40 machine of Philip Bridgman, trying to get it back going again straight without making too much more contact. But hey, he got it back going again, didn't lose a lap, so that's good. But I think he got a little bit of helping hand as he was checking up for what was going on in front of him. Something occurred. Oh man, no, did it all himself. Got in there a bit too hot and just whipped right around. Luckily, doesn't look like anybody nipped him or clipped him or hit him. So somehow got away with that one scot-free. Isaiah might have net coded him, but that, that's be really tough to tell, in my opinion. I think Phillip was already going to go around entering the corner. I think whenever he was already going around before he slid up in front of Isaiah, for Isaiah to ever get anywhere near him. So, yes, another caution we done have here this evening. SRU Truck Series here at Martinsville. You just see Phillip just start sliding away, and sometimes that's just all it takes to lose control of one of these stock car machines. In this instance, it's a truck, so he was running pretty good though, Phil. He was inside the top 5, thereabouts, 5th or 6th, running a pretty good race and just being there, avoiding all of the drama and chaos. And I think he got swept up in the parking lot brawl there that we had, but
I think so. He might have. Yes,
didn't?
he did. Yeah, he did. Oh, I see.
Like you said, everybody but Whitley.
Out. I didn't even know that.
Yes, I think some trouble occurred to the 21 around or during the scrapyard.
It's going to be interesting to see these two, Whitley and Heath. You saw that scruffle earlier.
I think Kyle Heath just has been waiting for a moment like this, to just pounce on him on a short run here, and just been waiting until the end of this race to have something like this, a chance to just be there and hopefully get the lead. But you don't want to jump the start, or in this case, this instance, you don't want to jump the restarts.
Martinsville brings out the best in everybody. You know that, and I know that.
Oh yeah, you'll see all sorts of things happen.
Well,
so
we've seen it in real life where Ty Gibbs won it, but anyway.
Yeah, 16 laps to go when they get that green flag. So maybe we might get 10 cautions.
Whitley's holding tight up there, and oh, there we go. Oh, I get my track map back. Thank God. I can see.
You haven't had it this entire time?
No.
I've had it this entire time. Well, lucky me. Anyway, Whitley with a good hole shot restart that time over Kyle Heath. But Kyle not letting him slip away. Mike Rhino slides into the 3rd position over Yarrow. Terry Duguay in that 5th position. Sutherland gets past Cheswick. Bridgman gets past Cheswick. Sutherland trying to get back inside the top 5. Larry Blair says, here, I'm just going to let you go. As the conveyor belt slowly making their way by Larry as he got up out of the groove.
Hey, Phillip, that's the wall.
That is indeed trying to stay away from those. Those aren't always the best of friends to race cars. As Kyle Heath on the back tailgate of the 77 of Whitley here. Let's see, 13 laps to go. Can the 13 make it around the 77, who has pretty much been in the lead all night, had a dominating performance here of this 100 lap, just over 50 mile feature of the SRU Truck Series.
Coming to 11 to go, Will. Kyle Heath gets great entry in all the turns. That's where he's gaining most of his time, Will. But Whitley tends to pull a little bit coming off.
Yes, Kyle Heath very able to run it wide, attack the apex, diamond it down, and still have the drive off. But Whitley just able, he's not too worried about attacking the corner. He's worried about drive off, like you said, and that is what's working for Whitley at this time. Normally, whenever you're chasing someone, trying to pass someone, you're always worried about attacking the corner. And when you're trying to lead someone or just be comfortable, run your own line, you're worried about just getting that acceleration off the corner. And that is what we're seeing here, Brian, especially what we're seeing. 8 laps to go. Can Whitley hold off Kyle Heath as Mike Rhino trying to get up to Michael Yarrow, but I think Yarrow, unless something happens, he's going to have that third position. Looking back here at what would be the lucky dog, John Held, after having a penalty from jumping the start, we only can suspect. Kyle Heath falling now 2/10 off Whitley. He's no longer on the tailgate of that 77 machine. Philip Bridgman there in comfortably riding in 7th place. He's like, I'm fine right here. Just let's just finish it out. Just keep row your boat. Just lay down the stream.
They come in with 5 to go.
Kyle Heath really attacking now, trying to gain back at least a 10th, clawing back ever so slightly, but it's stabilized now at 0.5 of a second, half a second back from that 77. Are we going to see a slip up from the pole man, from the dominating factor this evening, that 77 of Whitley? Like you said, pretty dominating, pretty fierce competitor over in the Cup Series, like you said, Brian, earlier in the show. Just coming. Oh, Michael Yarrow might have had a moment because Mike Rhino and him are. Oh, now Michael Yarrow down to 5th position. He has definitely lost the handling on that truck. He's lost it for sure. We've seen him have some bobbles, and Sutherland and Rhino got by him. Now Sutherland looking to take 3rd away from Rhino here in the closing 2 laps. 2 laps to go. Kyle Heath, is he going to try a Hail Mary dive along the inside of Whitley? White flag is about to be out for Whitley here. Mike Whitley will take the white flag. He's going through 1 and 2. Kyle Heath right there. Within reason, but not there within, I would say, anyway, Michael Whitley will come off of turn 4 in that 77, and he takes the checkered. Meanwhile, Mike Rhino holds off Isaiah Sutherland to get 3rd position, and that was a hard-fought 3rd position, I would have to say myself, after after what happened to Yarrow. Just fell completely. It's as if he jumped off the cliff to meet Thelma and Louise. But man, Isaiah couldn't make it up through the field. after being caught up again. And oh, my apologies, Mark. I called you Mike a couple of times, but my apologies, Mark. It is Mark Whitley. Oh man, bonehead. But a lot of M's. I can just keep trying to make more mistakes, but or more excuses for the mistake. But nevertheless, what an excellent burnout celebration! Just kept it clean until this point, and now he can just bang the quarter panels off the truck, as far as the rear quarter panels. Uh, half a second margin, all he needed, to be honest. He showed pretty significant race pace when we did have a few stretches of green flag running there. So he was for sure going to be one to have to go through for the win. Hey, Mark, you got a copy?
Oh, no, wait.
No, not yet. 10-4. Just so eager.
Oh, there he is. I didn't even see him.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
So, if you don't mind, real quick, if you can remember, I know qualifying can seem so long ago, but tell us about the pole lap, and then after that, just tell us how you were able to be so good about just being relaxed while you're in the lead to hit your marks and really find the drive off the corner.
Yeah, the pole qualifying lap, I knew I had some speed in practice, so I just wanted to go out there and hit a good lap. First lap, I went probably a little bit too easy, and second lap, I decided to push it a little bit farther and picked up almost a tenth, so it was a really good lap all around. Probably left a little bit out there, but it was a pretty good lap nonetheless. And then the race was just pretty much, Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks, so I always kind of have a hang of it. It's definitely a rhythm track. You got to, I know a lot of people, they use markers on the wall. Some people, they're looking at the corner, see how far away. I know for me, a lot of times, I kind of just listen to the engine, especially these trucks. You have to kind of hit, when you're really pushing it, you kind of have to get up on that rev limiter, getting right when it gets on the rev limiters when you need to start braking. Mm-hmm. And then it was just about trying to get on the brakes about as hard as you could without getting on them too hard, because these trucks like to step out in the back. I think it happened to Kyle earlier in the race, where if you jump on them too hard, the back end just snaps on you. So it's just about kind of using the rear end to help rotate it, and just getting to the center and making that exit as straight as possible. Because if you can make the exit straight off, you can get a real good run down these long straightaways. So that was pretty much the game plan all night.
I noticed, when you were restarting in the lead, you had full control of the restarts. You were just able, on a few of them there, not every single one, but a few, you were just able to just get up through the gears, just launch, and you pulled about 5 car lengths before turn 1. Just how you able to go up through the gears so well, man?
Yeah, the initial start of the race, I started in 3rd gear, and it seemed like Kyle almost passed me before we got to 1, so I decided to try it in 2nd gear the rest of the night, and then it was just kind of like, you couldn't mat the gas because it would get wheel spin. I think that happened at one point in the race, like the whole field wrecked behind me in the mirror. But
indeed, sir.
You just kind of had to roll into it, and then you just had to be really fast on the gears. It's just, you have to be real smooth with it. Because if you just jab it, then you're going to spin yourself out and kill, half a dozen people's night. So it was really just about trying to roll into the throttle as smoothly, but still aggressively, if that makes sense. Roll into it, but kind of roll into it fast. It seems like the tires, they don't spin as much if you roll into it, even if you roll into it really fast, and if you just go from no input to 100%. So it was just trying to maximize the launch I could get.
Kind of like driving with an egg underneath that gas pedal. Best equation or analogy. So the closing restarts there, we had a couple of restarts towards the end that was kind of sweaty or kind of like not head scratching, but really want to make you almost look up in the mirror. But you got a good buffer back to Heath, and you were able to defend it off. Just tell us about that, if you don't mind, real quick.
Yeah, Kyle, he's a tough competitor, no matter if it's the trucks, next gen, no matter what. But And I think he had a few lap newer tires than us, so I feel like I had we were probably about even since I had older tires and he had a little bit newer. I think I was a little bit faster on even tires, so it kind of evened out. And I think right there it was just pretty much mano a mano, man on man. I knew if he got close enough, he was probably going to move me because I know earlier in the race when I was restarting behind him, I wound up getting in the back of him. It wasn't really nothing intentional. I just kind of rolled the center better than I meant to, and I got into him, and he was able to gather it up. But I know if he got a chance, he was probably going to repay me getting in the corner. So I was trying to make sure I stayed out. So I know for a little bit there, I was just about just hitting almost like qualifying type laps and just trying to go as hard as I could without overstepping my bounds. And I was trying to just push it as hard as I can. I think we were both doing it. And I think there might have been 1 or 2 times where he might have either missed his braking point or he just got on the brakes too hard and had to get back out of it. It looked like he overdrove a little bit, and that gave me a little bit of breathing room. But even so, I knew I couldn't slip up any one mistake, and he'd been right there. So it was just kind of like a heavyweight title bout in boxing, I guess. It was just about who was going to blink first.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about tonight's race, about how the racing was there for the green flag portion, and maybe give some shout-outs there?
Oh, yeah. The green flag racing, honestly, I mean, we had a few cautions tonight, but compared to a lot of other Martinsville races I've been a part of, tonight was pretty clean. We never got like a super long green flag run, but the race was only 100 laps, so
Yes.
didn't really matter. Tire strategy came into effect a little bit. Not a whole lot, but they're in the middle of the race. It seemed like tire strategy might be a thing, but the way everything worked out, I'd have loved to have been on about 5 lap newer tires at the end there. I think Keith was on about 5 or 6 lap newer tires than me, and I really would have loved to be about on the same tires as him, but I didn't want to start in the back. I just wanted to try to start as far up as I could, and hats off to all the racing. I mean, I didn't get to run around a lot of people, but from what I've seen, everybody was being really respectful. I mean, it's Martinsville, so cautions are going to happen. It just kind of comes with the territory. But I thought it was pretty good all around. It's fun racing with Kyle, Isaiah, Michael, like all the guys. Just running, whenever I feel like it, whenever it's a track I like. Tonight was a track I like, so we just decided to throw our hat in the ring and got a win out of it.
Brian, is there anything else you'd like to ask him, or maybe no?
No, not really. I race with this young fella out there on Sundays, so he's like I mentioned before. You're strong competitor over there in the Cup side. We see it. I see it. So I try not to get in the way there, but no, hell of a job tonight. Every time you come over to the trucks, it's always between you, Kyle, and Isaiah there. So that's normally how it always ends up over here in the truck sometimes. But hell yeah, man, hell of a job, bud.
I appreciate it. And shout out Harpoon Design.
That's right, Mr.
Brantley.
Yes, thank you. I always forget his name.
Yeah, check him out. He's got. I think he said he's got almost 1,700 paint schemes on Trading Paint now. So
wow,
he's been making all those Cup guys paint schemes in the Xfinity truck. So I'm sure he gets bombarded.
Oh yeah, check him out. He can make something custom for you too if you want. Just check him out on his website, harpoondesign.com.
Sure will. Give him a look. All right, buddy.
That is amazing to have that many schemes on one platform.
I think he's also the #1 most liked painter on there too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is. That's great. I mean, he does a great job. He does. He's like really detailed in, just like how they would be racing every Friday, Saturday, or Sundays. So.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. Well, it's an honor to have you here tonight, and look forward to see you on Sunday.
All right, take it easy, guys.
No problem. Kyle Heath is a little under the weather, so we're going to keep it a little short with him. He's not feeling too hot, so we won't keep him here too long. Mr. Kyle.
Yes, sir.
So, hey Kyle, sorry that you're under the weather. Thanks for talking to us real quick. And just you were able to attack the corners really well to try to get to Whitley, but the drive off just you couldn't seem to get the drive off after attack. Why not, Kyle?
Uh, I don't know. I'm surprised I even did that well.
I was gonna say,
Oh
being
man,
under the weather, that
you
ain't
kind
bad.
of sound like you were actually ran over by one of these race trucks.
Yeah, I was ran over a couple times there.
Well,
Yes, you were.
that's beyond. We're not. I was trying to avoid. Man, I really did. Anyway, how did that make you feel?
Made me feel even worse.
um, well, since you're not feeling too well, you want to give your shout outs and congratulations on the P2 for at least finishing that well while you're under the weather like you are.
Yeah, I'm surprised, feeling the way I'm feeling. And my head feels like it's a freaking balloon right now.
Oh,
Well, all that wheeling
know
and
that
dealing he
feeling.
did out there trying to save her.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
I'm surprised.
didn't
by the
help
way,
you.
congratulations on just sliding it and not backing it into the wall like you
Yeah,
could have.
what, twice?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess if I did that one more time, the third time being a charm, I would have backed it in.
Hmm.
But yeah, throughout the night, it was a fun battle. I mean, I drove my butt off tonight, honestly.
You
Yeah,
drive
you
your
do.
butt off every week, Kyle. What are you talking about?
Well, that
Yeah,
feels
every
worse.
race,
It feels worse tonight.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it does. I know. I know how you feel. Trust me.
All in all, it was great racing. I mean, it was pretty sweet to have those green flag runs like we did. You know, of course, the
It looked like it
caution.
was a nice, fun Martinsville race.
Yeah, of course, it's Martinsville. Cautions are going to happen. But all in all, I think we had pretty good fun laps there. Able to get in a rhythm and stuff. But yeah, I tried to get to Whitley, but I just couldn't get him. If I would have got to him, I would have did the BNR.
Yeah.
I
Yes, indeedy.
see.
I was going to ask you if you were going to pull some type of maneuver, and for sure, I would have thought right. Just it was just very difficult for you to get that drive off there, Kyle. But second place, very respectable second after hard
Yes.
fought. Up and down. You were collected in that parking lot brawl there on the front stretch after Terry unfortunately had that misstep with the spinning of the tire. That had to just feel awesome to go along with the night you were having.
Yeah, I mean, that was unexpected. I mean,
Yes, it looked like it. Like, hello.
yeah. I was lucky enough to stay out. I had quite a bit of damage. I'm surprised I didn't get the meatball, but went back green flag and there was a spin right in front of me, and I just barely tapped that truck, and that's whenever it finally gave me the meatball.
Wow. I didn't think you did hit it, but you
Yeah,
did hit it. So
I barely tapped him. I barely grazed him. I guess that was just enough.
just enough to actually. Oh, hey, you got more damage now. Love it. Computer game. I mean, simulations.
Like I said, I'm surprised I even came back to finish where I finished with the
Yeah, man.
up and night down that was.
I was surprised to see as many people still on the track at that point at the end of the race. I was surprised after all of the ups and downs that we saw from some of the drivers out there this evening.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
Kyle.
Tom,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce up out of here, kind of sit back and relax a little bit, get ready to watch this truck race if I can stay awake for it.
yes, sir. Well, hopefully you get to feeling better, and congratulations yet again, and hopefully good luck going into the Cup race this weekend as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome, sir.
All right, Will. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, congratulations to everybody finishing tonight's race here at Martinsville this evening. Thanks everybody for tuning in and showing up to the BNR Racing Network, and hopefully see you back again soon. And hopefully everybody has a good night and a good day.
Yes, and one last thing. Tomorrow is the finale and the B&R for their cup. They head to Pocono. So that's going to be a good one to watch there. So make sure y'all tune back in for that tomorrow night. But yes, good night, good day.